Cody from Conway's Roofing. You're watching the State of the Union podcast from Island Pro Wrestling. Cross that bridge and you have a hell of a time.
I am the Deuce, and that was our buddy, Cody Conway from Conway's Roofing. He's not only a great roofer, but builds a pretty good wrestling ring. He's one of our IPW ring attendants. You know what else? He put the roof on my house, and it was great. Ooh, one thing I noticed, looked pretty cold over by the Confederation Bridge with our buddy Cody. That's because winter is coming. And with it comes Island Pro Wrestling SnowMercy. That's right, SnowMercy is December 20th, and tickets are available right now. Not only are the tickets available right now, but early bird tickets are available only until Cyber Monday. 1, 2, 708, 709, 710. Oh, just warming up here, guys, because tomorrow I'll be at the PEI Powerlifting Association's Fall Power doing the guest announcements. So come on down to Fall Power and support your local powerlifting athletes. Island Pro Wrestling will be there right on hand. We'll have a booth with some information about our brand. With SnowMercy just around the corner, and we haven't really announced too much yet. I know a few things, and I heard some rumors. I'll confirm a couple. But first, I want to play a guessing game. I want you to comment below who you think the answers to these questions are. And you know what? I'm thinking back about the whole year because SnowMercy's December 20th. The year is almost over. But we had a lot of great events. Remember TakeOver, where it all kicked off when IPW was taken over by the new era? Well, there's somebody who competed at TakeOver who is stoked to have a match at SnowMercy. I'd like you to comment below who you think competed at TakeOver that will be competing at SnowMercy. Next, we had Game On, where we kicked off the Island Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Championship Tournament. You know what? There was an athlete who competed at Game On in that exact tournament, who's going to be returning to Prince Edward Island to compete in Charlottetown at SnowMercy. Comment below who you think or want that athlete to be. Then the tournament cooled off a little bit while the summer heated up, and we had IPW Summer Pop-Up. And at Summer Pop-Up, we had the ring outside under the hot sunshine at the Summerside Lobster Carnival. Huge crowd. It was a great time. We had an athlete there who was super popular with the fans. And guess what? They're going to be back at SnowMercy. You know the thing. Comment below. Who do you think it's going to be? And then we had Game Over, where the Heavyweight Championship Tournament concluded, and we had a bunch of other huge matchups. Well, there's an athlete who competed at Game Over that's going to have a big match. Right here, SnowMercy. You guys comment below who you think competed at Game Over in September, who's coming back. And most recently, as things started to cool off, fall was in the air, the trees were changing color, I guess the leaves, and there was some terror in the tap room. But we had an athlete who competed at Terror in the Tap Room who is going to have a match at SnowMercy. I want you to comment below. One other item here, I got another question. We mentioned last week as I interviewed Chairman of the Board, Justin Summers, and it was mentioned that one of those athletes is traveling in from out of town. And also, I don't know if this is the same person or not. With the return of women's wrestling, I want you to guess who's making their IPW debut. You put that in the comments right now. SnowMercy is right around the corner, which is why our heavyweight champion, John Orion, seems to be living it up down in Mexico, enjoying some more heat before the cold. But those early bird tickets, those are only available until Cyber Monday. So you're going to want to get them, I don't know, now, because I think you're probably as excited as I am to see Dominic Warrior have a match at SnowMercy. Also, speaking of athletes who competed previously in Island Pro Wrestling, that's right, Alex Silva will be back in Charlottetown competing in the Maritimes as a part of SnowMercy. You will not want to miss that. And why would I stop there with the popular TJ Miguel making another Island Pro Wrestling matchup? And you missed him out last time. We didn't see him at Terror in the Tap Room. We saw him at Game On. IPW multiple time champion, will also return. That's right, the Muscle Beast Wesley Pipes will be back in the house in Charlottetown. I had just mentioned Terror in the Tap Room. That's because we will see Bad Thad Howard having a matchup at SnowMercy. And you know what? Who did you guess the debuting woman is? Because I don't have that answer yet. You'll have to stay tuned. And I'll see you at ringside.